The concept of discipling your kids can be quite a scary one. Where do I start? Am I the right person for the job? And how do I fit this into my already crazy schedule? In this video, we're going to answer all your questions. If you're wanting to point your kids to Jesus, but you're kind of stuck on where to even start, this is the right place for you. Welcome. So I don't waste your time, how about we just fast forward and I'll share with you a couple of sneaks. Is that even a word? Sneak peeks? The first thing is that discipling your kids actually isn't that scary, and it's not as daunting as what you might think it is. It's simply modeling. That can be easier said than done, but we're going to get into that into the video. And the second sneak peek is that if you're really stuck and you're like, give me the tips, I have a freebie in the description and it shows you 10 ways to disciple your kids in 10 minutes or less. So just go to the link in the description and that's where you can kick off this whole journey. So I have my coffee. It's cold, but it's coffee. I have my water bottle and I have my script. So let's do this thing. Before we start, how about we address the elephant in the room? And that is, what is discipleship? It sounds like a fancy term and it can be a little bit scary. So basically, discipleship is teaching your kids about Jesus. It's teaching them so hopefully they learn to love and follow him. That's what we're here to do as parents, hopefully, if you're a believer. I'm pretty sure it's obvious, but if you're wanting to watch a video, get a few tips on how to point your kids to Jesus, and then next week, hope to have a little mini Jesus in your home, I think you might be a little bit mistaken. Unfortunately, our job is to equip our kids as best as we can, teach them about Jesus the best way that we can, and then it's up to them to make the decision. I wish that I could take my kids' hands and go, this is the way that we're going, this is the way you will go, this is a choice you need to make. But unfortunately, all we can do is pave the way and they have to make the choice themselves. Does that mean though that we kind of sit back and go, okay, well, it's going to happen eventually, or do we actually need to be a wee bit intentional about this? I think we need to. We don't want to leave this to chance. I was at a puberty talk the other night for my 10-year-old daughter. Fun. And the speaker said that basically our job is to teach our kids, because if we don't, the world will, about sex in that instance. But in this instance, I want to teach them about the values and morals that, the Bible is teaching us. I don't want the world to inflict that onto my children. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says it really nicely: train up a child in the way that they should go. I think it's pretty clear cut that that's what our job as Christian parents is. So, you know that we should be doing this. Where do we actually start in this? Don't do what I did. I kind of got this thing from God. Okay, Deb, you need to be really intentional with how you're pointing your kids to me. And I thought, great, my daughter is 2. I'm not a seasoned parent. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I feel like I'm more sinking than swimming in this whole thing, but sure, I'll teach her about Jesus. And then I went to Pinterest. Big mistake. There were so many ideas, and I would think, that's a great idea, and I wanted to implement them all. And then I would try something, 2 days later, fail. And then I'd try something else, 2 days later, fail. And I just got so disheartened with all the resources, the prep, and I was like, there's surely got to be a simpler way. I'm not going to suggest a whole bunch of devotionals. Okay, that's not my style. I'm not going to suggest crafts, although they do have their place. I'm not going to suggest a whole lot of lessons that require a lot of prep and a lot of brain power and potentially a lot of stress. If that's what you're looking for, click away. Right now, click away. I'm all about the easy option. Okay, easy. The easier the better in my eyes. Pointing your kids to Jesus means you bring them along in your faith journey. So bear with me as I look at my screen to read the verses, but these are pivotal in my journey in discipling my kids. Deuteronomy 6 verses 4-9 say it perfectly when it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God The Lord is one. Love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Okay, so it really sounds great in theory. All I need to do is bring my kids along on the journey. But how does this actually look in real life? It means you start living out your faith in front of your kids. It means you start talking about Jesus with them. You're talking about what he's teaching you about, what he's convicting you on potentially, how he's working out in your life. You're sharing with them even something simple like your testimony. Do your kids actually know how you found Christ in the first place? You're praying with them. You're reading the word in front of them, and then, don't worry, it may sound a bit scary, but we'll get there. You're actually reading the word with your kids. You're taking them to church. You're cranking up worship music in your home and worshiping in front of your kids, and then with your kids. Basically, you're exposing them to what walking with God looks like. If that concept freaks you out, don't fret. This is the channel, the space that you want to be a part of. Here on this channel, I hope to help you grow in your own faith journey, for that to have an overflow effect onto your kids, where hopefully they'll learn to know and love Jesus as much as you do. Okay, so we've determined that discipleship is basically modeling. Does that mean we don't really have to be intentional about it at all? Nope. I'm all about like the hybrid option, if that's even a thing. A bit of both. So a bit of go with the flow, authentic, you're just chatting, that kind of thing, modeling. But I'm also about some planned times. This segues really well into that question that we had where it's like, great, how do I actually fit this into my really busy schedule? Well, the beauty of this whole modeling concept is that you're doing it without even knowing, really. This can be good and bad. The good, obviously, is they're going to pick up on, your walk with the Lord, and it's actually a really real thing. But the bad thing is they're also going to pick up on some bad habits that you might have. So, for example, the other night, our 10-year-old was yelling at her 4-year-old brother. Don't get me wrong, he's a right little toe rag at times, but she overreacted. And my husband and I were in another room and we heard the altercation. And before I could even say anything, he said, "She sounds like me." So just because we're modeling the good and the bad, okay, we're human, okay, we're gonna make mistakes at times. That doesn't mean we don't need to be intentional, okay? And I'm gonna help you in the journey to getting a little bit intentional. This means that we put our discipleship into pockets of time in our day. So as I mentioned, I'm all about simple. The simpler, the better. I want to share a secret with you. The most effective tool I have in my discipleship journey, other than the Bible and the Holy Spirit, is my car. I do a bunch of discipleship in the car. That could be praying with my kids, for my kids on the way to and from school. We actually managed to get in the Word together. We have different conversations where I manage to infuse Jesus into the conversation. It doesn't mean that every journey is like, right, kids, we're going to be learning about Jesus. It's not about that, but I try to use the time that we have, which is about 15 minutes to and from school each way. I try to use that effectively. And you could do that too, if it's to sports practice, if it's to the shops, whatever it is, you can do this too. Sometimes we have amazing discussions, and sometimes all I get is, "I'm tired, I don't want to talk today." It's all good. It's all good. I just go with the flow, but I hope to use the car as well as I can. I also use pockets of time that we have in the day to insert Jesus in some way. So before bed, when my kids are lying down, relating to Deuteronomy, I'm praying over them. I'm praying for their sleep. I'm praying over their day, that kind of thing. I also use the time that I have with my son, who's 4, And when he's not in kindy, we're doing like Bible stories together and activities together. Also with my baby as well. I'm praying aloud in front of her. I don't care how young she is. I am bringing Jesus into their lives in some way. Please don't hear me say these things and think, oh my gosh, I feel like the biggest failure. I am doing none of those things. You're not a failure. Trust me. I've been where you are, where you want to do something, but you don't really know where to start. And as I mentioned, that's my heart behind this channel, so I can actually help you in the journey. So how about we land on the question, which is, which person is the best person for the job? I hate to break it to you, but it's surely the church can do a better job than me. No, they can't. And also, it's what God's instructed us to do. In Ephesians 6:4, it says, fathers, do not exasperate your kids. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. And in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 8, it says, sons, listen to the instruction of your fathers and do not forsake your mother's teaching. It's our job. We we do need to be doing this if we profess to know and love Jesus ourselves. I heard it once and it really resonated with me that you cannot take anything to heaven with you when you leave. You can't take any riches, anything. Even my beloved coffee machine. It's not coming with me. Although I do believe in my mansion in heaven, I might have one. The only thing you might be able to take with you to heaven is your child's soul. And what better way to actually do it than intentionally pointing them to Jesus? You don't need a degree to do this. You don't need to know your Bible inside and out. You don't need to have a reference or a Bible verse for every situation in life. I used to think that, and that's what really kept me from doing this whole thing in the first place. Even if you're a baby Christian, you can start right now. Right now. In fact, as a baby Christian, you've probably got more spice and more excitement and enthusiasm than people who are more seasoned in their walk with the Lord. So take advantage of that. Bring your kids alongside you in that journey. Share what you're learning. Be transparent. I used to think that my faith was my faith, and I was quite selfish about it. Like, I'm having my quiet time, go away. I'm doing this, go away. Like, it was private. And the Lord convicted me that no, I want you to show your kids, model what it actually means to know and love me. I hope this video inspires you on what it looks to walk the talk, basically. The good, the bad, the ugly. Don't be afraid to share with your kids how you're feeling convicted, how you're feeling challenged, how you're struggling with something. Be real with them. Don't let them get further along in their faith journey and think that you had it all together, because that, okay, maybe you do have it all together, but I sure as heck don't. Be real with your kids. I would love it if you would subscribe. Join the family here where I help you in your faith journey and help your kids along the way as well. And don't forget about the freebie that I have, the 10 ways to disciple your kids in 10 minutes or less.